Last time we learned about the guides, which is this tool here, tape measure tool. And guides can also be made using the protractor tool, which is just below the tape measure tool. Protractor tool helps us to make guides at an angle. That's what we will learn today. First, what I will do is I will set up the view from top. So camera, standard views, top. And also when you're working in say 2-dimension, then you can go to parallel projection, camera, parallel projection. So this gives you that bird eye view from top. And I'm thinking this is what I will do. Let me take a screenshot of this and put it on OneNote to explain what we are going to do. Okay, so I'm going to, from this side, let me draw. From this side, I'm going to make a guide, say 20 mm away from there. So that's the guide. And then I'm going to make a guide from this side. I'm going to make a guide, say 30 mm. That doesn't look like 30 mm. Say about there. I'll go a little bit more, right? 30 mm from that side. And I want to now chop off, say from here to there. That part I want to get rid of. Again, change the color. This part I want gone. That's how what we will do today. So if you want to make a cut like that at an angle coming from this to this, so see, this time you can draw a line by just measuring these two. But what if you don't know the length of these things, this, or you don't know these? All you know is, say, the angle here is, let me draw with a different purple this time. So the angle here is, say, 30 degree. That's all you know. So let's try that. So we'll go to 20 mm. That much we should know. From there we will make an angle of 30 degree and reach here. So you actually don't know this one, 30 mm, how far it will be on the other side. So this we can do. So first thing we will do is make a guide 20 mm away. And then we need the protractor tool. So you click here, first click, then you go to the straight line, which is like your zero angle. So you can click somewhere in the corner, will be good idea. And then start moving. And then you type 30 and hit enter, and it will make a guide at an angle of 30 degree. So next, now you need a line from there to there. So we have a line tool here. You can click on the line tool. That's your line tool, right? Select, this is your line tool. And with the line tool, you click on one end and then the other end. So you got that. So once you got that, you can start orbiting. You can orbit. But look, the thing is weird because you have got it in parallel projection. So go to camera and perspective projection again. So that way now you have got the thing as you normally look at it. Use the push-pull tool to drop that down a little bit, and 30, enter 30 because it's 30 height in height. So gone. There you go. The thing is chopped off from the side. So that's one thing. Let's continue with the make few more tools. I would like to make few more things here. I would like to show how the push-pull tool works with the other edges now. Once you have chopped it, watch, you cannot push this. So you can select, see, once you are inside the texture changes, you can click, you cannot push it inwards. Like you can actually, but see the edge on the corner, it becomes like it will not go along the rest of it. So you will have to chop that off later separately. You can bring it in the front, again the edge on the top, you can see top side will be like, you know, it comes as a square, it doesn't come at an angle. I'm pressing escape there. Same here, look at the edge on the end, how it will behave. So you need to be sure, very careful about how things can be pushed, pulled, and what, especially the edges, when you chop them off or make them circular, that will hinder your push pull to some extent. Cool, that is done. So next thing you should do, once your thing is finished, press the spacebar to select the select tool and triple click 3 times, triple click. Now that was done. So that's the triple click. Okay, so you have to select the whole model. That will select the whole model. Right click and make component. It does not matter what component name is, just say create. So you can actually create a component out of the, like, you know, it's like a one thing now. So you will not accidentally damage it in some way. This I usually do when I want to start making another piece. So one more piece. We are going to make one more piece now. Let's say a circular piece which will sit on top here upwards. Semicircular piece. So let's make one. I'm going to go with the rectangle again. And let's make it as 100 by 50. Here you go. And then you push pull it. Say just 30 will be enough. That's too far, right? So go Control Z. 20. That's good. Okay. And also maybe just 10. How about that? Okay, just 10 for the sake of learning. So I'm going to make a circular part out of it. So I'm going to draw a guide here in the middle, tape measure, that's 50. Now, if I start an arc from this edge to this edge and go like that outwards, you can see by orbiting a little bit. So one thing you notice is that when you zoom in is that the lines, it's not a smooth arc, it's lines. And the second thing is that that becomes 50 and it will touch the edge. Okay, if you want to keep it completely smooth, it's a good idea to always push it a little bit further. Tape measure, sorry, push pull tool, and move it 5 up, then have a tape measure from this side and then draw the arc. So it will, so that it is not, your arc is not touching the end of the edge. So click there and you see the arc was like very like has lines on it, and if you want to make it smoother you need to go right here 48s, because the default is 24 sides. The circle is made by 24. Now it's smooth. So 48s and hit enter will make it smooth. You can always click on it and you can look on the side here 48. You can change it to, it's in, I do it in multiples of 24. 24 times by 2 is 48. And so if I want to go to 48, double that, 96, or you can add 24 to that. So if I go 96, that can also be even more smoother, but 48 is enough for us. So you can always set it there. Now you use push pull tool again and you can drop this down 10, and there you go, you got something. Now you will see that we will have some difficulty in doing one thing here, which is the rotate tool. I want to rotate it like, you know, towards that direction. Let's try to do that. So you see it's doing that something else, right? I want to triple click it and make component, always make component, and then let's try to rotate it. Now I want to rotate that one. Yeah, there you go, it is rotating. Okay, so I just rotated it 90, hit enter, and now I can use my move tool here to push pull it up or down. So I will move it how much, 30 up. There you go, it's now set right there. So I made another piece and I put it on top of it using the move tool here, rotate tool here. Remember to make components. Now notice this is a separate component and this is a separate component, and they both will not join each other together. We will make another video to how to join them together, but it's a better idea to keep things separate until you want to finally join them together, in case you want to 3D print them or something. So, but if you want to this be a part not to move away somewhere else and this part not to move away somewhere else, now is a good idea to select both of them. So I pressed shift and I clicked this one also. So that way now both are selected, and when both are selected you can make the component one more time and this will now join everything. So let us stop here. I'm going to save this, file save, and that is, I think, the end of the video today. You learned some more tools in this video and we'll continue this in the next lesson.